Hello, everyone. I'm going to do the intro to this episode. Welcome. Jeremy, you're up.
Wow.
We're going through this fast because today
Gotta go fast!
is a canon. It's the Flash, the fastest man who ever did put on a red jumpsuit.
Round one. Fight.
Joe, step into the time tunnel with me. Come back, step back to the year. Remember the last time we talked about old stuff and I said I had the oldest story with the Green Lantern?
Old stuff? Yeah.
No,
Old
forget about that.
Oh,
That's not old
shit.
anymore. This is old. This
What's
is
this from, like 1910? Let's
no,
go.
not that old.
Oh.
This is from the year 1940.
Ooh.
This is Flash Comics #1 by
Whoa.
Gardner Fox and Harry Lampert.
Is this the first one ever?
Yes, this is the
Whoa.
very
First
first
one ever?
Yeah, this is the
Whoa.
origin of the original Flash from the 1940s.
I don't know if we can go older than this without doing Bob Kane Batman.
Yeah, no, this is...
Yeah, I think
or
the old-
Siegel Superman.
Yeah, I think that might be.
I think this is like the cap now.
This is
We
like
did
that
it, we
episode
did it.
of Justice League when Green Lantern and Batman were trying to stop people from seeing the start of the universe. Like, we can't go further than this.
On the other side of the,
Yeah, it's like
of
that.
the line, though. What is the newest comic that we've done?
I think the newest one we did was.
It was definitely that Spider-Man one that you said. Just,
Oh, the mine?
Yeah.
No.
No, it was the Moon Knight one I did from 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I've done it. I've bookended the series.
Wow. That's it. That's a wrap, guys. Series over.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Joe, this is Flash Comics #1, Gardner Fox and Harry Lampert. This is the origin of the original Flash.
Sweet.
So we meet Jay Garrick, who is a chemistry student at Midwestern University. And he's trying to ask a girl named Joan out on a date.
Joan?
Yeah, Joan. Jay and Joan. And she is like, no, I don't want to go on a date with you, Jay, because you're bad at football. You fucking suck at football. And he's like, I'm not that bad at football, am I? We smash cut to Jay getting his shit absolutely rocked at football practice. Just really hammer home how bad he is at this game.
It's like an Archie comic.
Yeah, he's just like he's getting tackled by he's getting mailboxed essentially. Like he's getting tackled like this in the middle.
Now, you see, he's bad at football because he's not fast.
Exactly.
If only there was a solution to this dilemma.
So then we see Jay in the chemistry lab talking to his professor about hard water.
Ice?
No. This is different, Joe. This is hard water.
Black guys.
No, this is hard water.
Permafrost.
No, this is hard water. This is a liquid. But it's hard. And so Jay is saying that he's like a senior in college, and he's like, I spent my entire chemistry study career studying hard water. I've been studying the hard water, and I'm reading this. I'm going, hard water, the shit that comes out of my faucet, like when there are too many minerals
Like
in the
fucking
tap.
calcium?
Yeah,
What?
like what I use like CLR on. Hard water, Jay, and he's like, Tonight, I'm finally going to separate all the elements in the hard water, even if it takes me all night. And then
But after that, I'm done.
yeah,
even
as
do
hours go
Why
by.
even
Jay has
do
been
it?
working the whole night. It's the middle of the
Jay,
night,
let's go,
and he
Jay.
falls asleep. He falls asleep. He knocks his beaker full of hard water on the floor.
Fuck. It's hard.
What does hard water look like? Is it
Clear.
It's just water.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just water.
Okay.
He knocks his beaker of hard water.
Is it
on-
harder than the floor?
No.
Is it like syrupy?
No, it's it's clear and it acts like a liquid, and all we know is that it's hard. That's it. That's
So
all.
It's
Joe,
this
it's the 1940s. No one knew how science worked.
It's vodka.
Where did you get the hard water?
fuck if I know.
Where does it naturally occur in nature?
Who knows, Jesse? It's just hard.
I like how you thought
I thought
this
he
was
made
gonna
the
drive
hard
him
water.
crazy, but it's now pissing you off.
I thought he made the hard water.
No, he didn't make the hard water.
Then what
I don't
the fuck
know.
is the
No, he
point?
couldn't have made the hard water because the whole thing
Then what
is
the
that he's
fuck
trying to
is the
separate the
point?
hard water into a space element.
Why?
Hydrogen and oxygen?
I don't know.
Why?
We have hydrogen and oxygen.
No, there's gotta be something
Yes, I
else
know we
in
have
there.
hydrogen and oxygen. They're two of the most plentiful elements in the atmosphere.
So why do we need more?
Who knows, Jesse? Who fucking knows?
Jeremy was like, "Oh, I'm so excited to tell Joe about hard water. It's gonna blow his mind. He's gonna get so mad." And now Jeremy's here having a fucking aneurysm from trying to explain
All right,
hard
Jeremy,
water.
hard
to
water.
us.
He didn't expect
Let's just accept
me.
that.
He didn't
Let's just accept
always
that.
expect Jesse.
Let's just accept that hard water is hard water.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's agree to disagree and move on.
So he
How
fo-
hard is it?
It's hard.
it just sounds
We
like
established it's hard, but not harder than the floor.
When he-
Okay,
when
but
he-
like how hard? Like give me a comparable hard.
Ice.
when
like the
you-
Mohs scale of hardness. I don't know, Jesse, because if you would let me finish the sentence,
can it cut glass?
he falls asleep.
Okay.
He falls asleep at his
He
desk.
fucking knocks it over.
He knocks it over. It spills all over the floor, and it immediately like evaporates. It sublimates into fumes.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh fuck!" And he's like trying to clean it up, but he breathes it all in,
Oh, no.
and he faints in the pile of broken glass.
Yikes.
Sick.
And now he's in a coma at the hospital.
What a loser.
He's been in a
Now I'll
coma.
never go to the dance with you.
He's been in a coma for weeks, in fact. And the doctors are
Why am I
talking.
laughing?
Because you're a bad person.
Bad person. Side note, it sublimating
Yeah,
and then the vapor dispersing,
yeah.
wouldn't that be separating into base elements?
Yeah, you
No.
would think.
No.
One would think.
No.
One would also be like concerned. Why is it staying a liquid just in the glass beaker, and then as soon as he spills it, it turns into gas?
Oh, he didn't have like a stopper on it?
No,
Oh.
no. He just it just fell off. It's an open beaker. It falls on the floor, and then it turns into a big like gas cloud that he then like huffs.
Yeah.
That's how science works.
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist. I have
No.
idea.
And you never will be. With
I've
that
seen your lab
attitude.
coat, Jesse.
What?
I've seen your lab coat.
Oh, I have a lab coat. It doesn't make me a scientist.
That's
He
just-
just
that's-
uses that to break into medical facilities.
I was about to say it's just a sex thing.
it makes me a doctor, not a scientist.
He used it to steal pills.
Moving on.
Jay's in a coma for weeks, and his professor.
He's not so fast now, is he?
No.
He wasn't fast
It was
before.
as before.
His chemistry professor.
Even slower.
His chemistry
Fuck you.
professor is talking to the doctors who are monitoring him.
Why?
And shut up. And the doctors say to him, "We
He has
ran
no
all
fucking
these."
parents. He has no parents.
Yeah, he's an orphan, I guess.
Sure.
The-
Joan.
The teacher's his father figure.
I'm getting to her.
Okay.
And so the doctor's like, we ran all these tests on him, and it looks like the hard water fumes have given him super speed.
This is fucking ridiculous. He's fucking in a coma, laying in bed. Oh, he must be really fast now.
Yeah, well, how are they determining this?
Yeah.
And his
Jeremy, you weren't
profe-
prepared for class.
His
That's what I'm getting at.
professor, I'm telling you exactly what happens, all right? His professor, after they say this to him, he goes, that makes sense to me. And then Jay wakes up and immediately he like looks out his window and he sees Joan on the sidewalk waiting for the bus. And he's like, oh, Joan. He's like been awake from his coma for like 10 seconds. He gets up and he super speed runs down to the street. Doesn't know that he has super speed. He's like, I gotta go speak to Joan. And he's just zoom right there.
All right.
And she's like, oh, where did you come from?
Is he still in his hospital gown?
Yes.
Okay.
And so she's like, how the fuck did you get here, Jay? I thought you were in a coma. And he's like, forget about that. And
Guess you
he's
could
like,
It's just a
say.
dream.
he's like, you want to go out with me? And she says, all right, I'll go out with you, but Only if you win the big football game tonight.
What
The season's
fuck?
still on.
Why does
Yes.
he like this girl?
I don't know.
How long was he in a coma?
mad
That the
annoying.
season's still going.
Weeks.
He's off the team.
He's off
Yeah.
yeah, he should be. But
He should have been on the team to begin with. You know, he's
Anyways,
in a
That's all
coma.
she
This is
cares
Midwestern
about.
University.
Oh, you were in a coma, but you better win that big game.
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean
Otherwise,
this is-
I will not date you.
What do you mean this is Midwestern University? All they have there is football. I'm surprised Jay knows how to fucking read.
So anyways, he uses his super speed to win the football game, and then he graduates college.
Immediately?
Yes.
Wow.
What's that? He is fast.
So now
Is
we
he
see
dating Joan?
No. And so now
No.
we see now we see Jay, he's living on his own. He's in his apartment. He's reading the newspaper.
He's got an apartment.
Yeah, he's reading the newspaper. Here you go again. He's reading the newspaper, and there's like
Newspaper?
there's all these headlines.
Stop copying me. No, it's surprising. He's graduated college. He's got an apartment already.
This is the 40s. He could afford that.
It's very easy in the 40s.
yeah.
Apartments cost like what? Like a can of coffee or something?
Yeah, like $6.
That's very expensive.
I found this nickel under my shoe.
Yeah, no, like
Give
that's
me a
enough.
house.
That's your first, last security and the entire year's rent.
Yeah.
That nickel. So he's
Welcome
reading,
to Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, he's reading the newspaper. He's seeing all these headlines about like the rise of crime. There are all these crooks about, and the court system is
Uh-oh.
too
Crooks.
slow,
They're crooking.
There's
crooking about.
a couple echelons of criminals. There's crooks. There's
Goons.
goons. There's henchmen. There's cronies.
Yeah, but these are crooks.
These are crooks.
these
That's
are
like
gross.
down the
Basic
bottom.
crooks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crooks answer to no one.
Basic
They're
crooks.
disorganized.
Yeah,
Masks
exactly.
they wear. The stripes.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
You know.
carrying sacks of money with a dollar sign
Yeah,
on them.
hamburglers.
They're hamburglers.
Crooks.
Everyone knows what they are.
Why does he steal the hamburgers?
The hamburglers.
He wants to eat them.
Because his tummy is always going grubble, grubble, grubble.
Why does he steal
Grubble?
them?
Yeah,
does
that's
he
the sound
steal
that he
them?
makes.
Why does he just
Jesse.
fucking pay for
He
them?
doesn't have money.
He doesn't have any money. He's homeless. He wears
He's homeless.
pajamas. He's a child wearing striped pajamas.
Why are we explaining the fucking McDonald's town lore right now?
It's McDonald's land. First.
Whatever.
Anyways,
Fucking loser.
anyways, the court system is too slow to capture all of these criminals.
Crooks.
Crooks.
Goons.
No, they're
No,
crooks.
crooks.
Goons imply
Crooks. The courts
a
don't
master-
work. We know how it
yeah,
goes.
The
Dying
court
bar,
system is
right, you're
flawed.
correct.
It doesn't work. Blah blah blah. Jay is like, "Oh, the courts are too
Yeah, Jay
slow.
go-
Better. I'm gonna.
I better use my super speed to get rid of the crooks.
You got it. And so what he
There he
does
goes.
is he wears a pair of blue jeans and a red long sleeve shirt with a
Awesome.
lightning bolt on it. He's got little red booties with wings on them. And then he's wearing like the helmet that Mercury, the Roman god, wears.
Hermes.
Where did he get
No,
that?
Mercury is the Roman god. Hermes is
No,
the Greek one.
but
I'm right.
Hermes is better though.
Whatever.
I prefer the
Jake.
Greek pronunciation.
Who cares? What
I'm-
you
Where did he
think?
get
I
that
don't
helmet
support
from?
colonizers.
I don't know. It's like a. It's like a World War I helmet. So I'm guessing that like either he was no, he couldn't have been a veteran. His dad, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, this is my headcanon.
What do you
His
prefer,
dad was-
Jake? Poseidon or Neptune?
I'm a Poseidon guy, personally.
Really?
Jeremy's fighting off attacks
So
on all
he
fronts at
flip-flops.
this moment. He's just
He flip flop.
Jeremy, put up the fucking triggered thing. He's like overwhelmed by all of us
Yeah,
right
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
that toad.
now. He's like Mr. Krabs in that meme.
Yeah.
That's me right
My
now.
favorite
So,
meme.
anyways, he's running around. He's fighting crime. He's beating them up. They can't see him because he's so fast. And a lot of these crooks are like, "I'm done crooking. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm quitting my life
I'm
of
scared of this ghost.
I'm quitting my life of crookery because there's a fast guy running around." And so now Joan finds Jay and he's playing tennis with himself because he's so fast. And Joan says that her father has been kidnapped.
Bye.
I'm getting to it. And while she's telling him that her father's been kidnapped, there's a drive-by shooting on her.
My God.
Is she
But Jay is
dead?
so fast, he
Is she dead?
catches all the bullets
Oh.
before they can hit her. But they drive away before they check to make sure she's dead. They're like, "Oh, we got her, fellas." And
Must have.
so she's like, "My father's been kidnapped by these
Crooks.
no, they're like organized criminals."
Goons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lackeys.
Henchmen.
And so then we see the people who kidnapped Joan's dad, and they want him to give them the location of an atomic bomb so that they can hold America ransom for a lot of money, and they're keeping him in a room of mirrors to drive him crazy.
What the fuck is happening?
Where is this again?
The
Midwest.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. This is New York now because
Told
that's,
you.
that's important
Fucking
later.
told you.
Oh, so his apartment is in New York.
Yeah,
Oh, so-
yeah.
You see?
yeah.
You see? I knew it.
You're right, Joe.
All right, settle down over there.
I can smell it.
I can smell the gabagoo.
Yeah, and so they're like, they keep him in this room of mirrors, and he's like, "I'm losing my mind." And I'm like, "In a room of mirrors, Mr. Jones' dad? Like, come on."
Get it together.
What the fuck? I know it's the 40s and like you've never seen a mirror before or something, but like relax. buddy.
Grow up.
Grow up, dude.
In the mirrors before the 40s.
All
Am I
right.
wrong? Can you prove that I'm wrong? Were
All
you
right,
there?
So, all right, so he's in the mirror room.
He's in the mirror room.
Losing his mind.
Yeah. And they're like, "Tell us where the atomic bomb is, Mr. Jones' dad." And he's like, "Never." And then the Flash finds him and rescues him.
Wow.
That's
That was
good.
fast.
Yeah, that's good.
So now the kidnappers plan
You good?
to not only not only kidnap Joan's father, but also Joan. And their plan is that they're gonna kidnap them while they're on a day trip to Coney Island by flying over the beach in a biplane and shooting randomly into all of the beachgoers and create chaos. And in the chaos, they're gonna snatch Joan and her dad
Why not just shoot them?
because they need the location of the atomic bomb. Joe.
Why not just shoot
Is
Joan,
Mr.
then?
Jones' dad the only guy who knows where the
Yeah.
atomic bomb is?
Apparently,
no.
I have no
Apparently-
fucking clue.
No, apparently Tony Stark's dad knew it too.
What?
He's on another planet right
Yeah.
now.
So, anyways, they're
Wait, what fucking planet are we on?
He's like-
This is the Flash. This is DC. It's not Marvel.
Oh.
he's making up his own story in his head right now. He's losing this round. I want
I
you.
swear to God, I forgot completely.
He's losing.
that's fine.
Joe, do you know who the Flash is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's losing this episode.
No,
we can,
he wears the red with the things.
Yeah, he does have those things.
And he's fast. That's all I know.
That's all you need to
It's
know.
all you need. He's really fast.
he's wearing a
Sonic
Mercury
Hedgehog.
helmet.
I know who the Flash is.
And so, anyways, they're saying this plan out loud after the Flash has saved Joan's dad, and the Flash is like eavesdropping on them. And so, when they're doing the plan, he's like, "All right, you still gotta go to. We gotta pretend like we don't know that this is gonna happen." And so they're doing their flyover shooting. The Flash is running around on the beach. He's catching every single bullet. He's saving everybody. And like the guys that are gonna try and like snatch Joan and her dad are about to do it. And the Flash is like, "Haha! Everyone is safe." And I've caught you. And they're like, oh, fuck. Uh-oh. And they get in their car, and they're driving away. And the Flash is chasing them in their car. And he he forces the car off the road and over a cliff where the car then crashes and explodes and kills them. Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
And so now, after that happens, we see the Flash and Joan and her father, and they're all in Joan's dad's house, and they're toasting a job well done.
Murder.
and they swear to protect Jay's secret identity as the Flash. The end.
What do the doctors swear to protect his identity? Because they're the ones who
They
knew.
don't know that he's the Flash.
What about
was
all the people
great.
that he played football with?
They don't know that he's the Flash.
All right,
But he won the game by being the Flash.
They don't know that though.
All right.
Good job, Jeremy.
Wow.
That was a good story.
I'd also like to point out that this story is only like 11 pages long.
That's amazing.
That's felt like it was like 3 issues.
Some of
Yeah.
these panels, I swear to God, they had like close to 12 panels on the page, and these characters are so small. I'm like, why even draw something at this point? They're
love
just like
that.
smudges with text above them.
Write a book.
Yeah, write a book at this point.
Hell yeah.
Something about.
Great job.
I was gonna bring this up in my mind because I was Silver Age, but something about early Flash artwork is particularly ugly. It's just
Oh
like,
yeah, this
oh.
is like he looks like a mannequin, like just with just like lines behind him to illustrate
to
his
see that.
speed.
nah.
He's so fast.
I
Look
can
at
see
him,
that.
he's like completely still.
Oh, look at that! You got the stink lines and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I've been thrilled with any Flash art other than Francis Manipul.
This is fair. I think he's done the best. So Joe, you got any questions for me?
Joe is just dead.
I'm not dead.
Not yet.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
I've been watching him periodically, and his eyes are like,
You know, Jake just
Having
looks
a
at me and
stroke.
starts laughing, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm just being a good listener.
we're gonna get him some coffee or something.
Coffee? I don't need coffee.
Joe's an active listener. He's turning off his other senses so
That's
that he can use his hearing sense the most.
So any questions, Joe?
Let's see. So Joan is his main love interest, right?
Yeah.
For like the whole Flash series, or does she die at some point?
I'm gonna say she dies at some point.
And then he finds a new one.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I don't know. Later editions of Jay that I've seen, he's usually with like an older woman. So
Oh, maybe.
But do you think that's Joan?
I have no idea. I know
Older
nothing about
Joan.
Jay Garrick. I'm gonna be honest.
Does he stay the same age forever?
No, he gets older.
Okay.
But he stays old.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fine.
he's old now.
Oh, that's good.
He's like an old man now, but
And
he's
he's
still
been
the Flash.
old.
Is
Yeah.
he is he
80s?
still just as fast? Yeah. Or is he like slow to? He's like slow to bit though.
No, I think he's always like whatever speed he is. He
Right.
is. He's the slowest Flash, though. I
Yeah,
think, isn't
no.
he?
Yeah, he's the slowest Flash.
I
but
think
he's still-
Barry is the fastest.
Don't even make me
No,
ask.
Wally's the fastest.
Wally's the fastest.
don't
Wally
even
can
make
break
me
the light
ask.
barrier.
Yeah.
What?
Don't do this to me again.
What?
There's more than one Flash.
Yeah.
It's like
There's in fact
5.
4 Flashes.
And there's in fact at least 20 different speedsters,
All right. I don't
All-
know what that is.
at least somewhat family related to the Flash.
Let's list them all right now.
Are you ready, kids?
At least, all right, Jeremy. Good job.
Yeah, I got a couple questions actually.
What the fuck are you gonna ask?
Whoa!
You're not choosing.
I'm
no.
trying to help you here.
You're not trying to help me.
Joe, I just
The
want to
whole
point out that
point
you've
is
never
that
gotten
you're all
mad at
against
me when I ask questions.
You're all against me.
I'm not against you.
He's
What'd
turning
you say,
on
Jesse?
us.
I always ask a question. You never get mad at me.
Yeah,
I'm-
but you
I'm just
do
mad
it.
right now.
He's furious after the president's episode.
It's mad right now.
He's like a cornered animal right now, just lashing out.
rabid.
he's like you.
Go ahead, ask a question.
What were the colors of Jay's football home team?
Jesus Christ.
Hyper
you see,
specific.
I knew it was going to be a
White and
question
red,
like
I
that.
think.
Was it white and red?
Dang.
I had a feeling because I was just curious because I was expecting to be like yellow and red.
Yeah,
and-
the colors of Aerosmith.
What? Because the Flash's colors are yellow and red, and it's just another way for people to fucking find out who he is. Like,
Yeah.
who was that guy who suddenly became super fast
But
in high
it's
school?
mainly red. The yellow is just like
It's just the lightning bolts.
Yeah, the lightning
His
bolt.
color scheme was really red and blue. If you
Yeah, because he wears the blue
Yeah.
pants and the red shirt, and he's just got like the
When does he wear
Lightning.
blue pants?
I don't
Right
fucking
now.
know.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen him wear blue pants.
Oh,
The
'cause
old Flash.
Yeah, the old Flash.
the
wears
original
blue
Flash,
pants.
Jay
Oh, okay.
Garrick wears them.
You're
The one we
thinking of-
just learned about.
Yeah, you're thinking of the more traditional Flashes
Yeah.
who are in like the red onesie.
Yeah, the onesie with the little bolts.
Yeah, with little bolts.
Exact. Adorable.
Yeah.
We'll get to him.
Okay.
All
Right now, with Jake.
Is that true?
Actually, yes. Mine is Barry Allen. So, round 2.
Who is it?
Round 2. Fight.
Go ahead.
All right. So, my story is about the second Flash.
Yes.
Barry Allen.
Barry.
All right. This is the Flash number 106, written by John Broom.
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 Broom, broom.
All right.
Is
No.
it just one writer? No artist for this one?
Talking to him.
No pictures?
The artist would be Joe Giella.
All right.
All right.
All right. Love his work.
Leave me alone. I just look up artists. What do you want from me?
I don't know. I don't know what I want from you.
All right. So this is the story of Menace of the Super Gorilla, which is why
What?
I'm dressed like a gorilla.
That's
You
what
are?
That's what you usually look like.
I just thought you forgot to shave.
Wow.
You know, put a shirt on.
Wow. These are timely jokes. These are classics. I love them, but you know.
I don't make jokes.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
A strange craft is seen moving at the speed of light.
A craft.
A craft.
At the speed of light?
Why are you so incredulous over like the simplest words, Joe? A craft? What? Like a necklace made out of macaroni noodles?
A box of crafts?
It's like the. You know,
It's just like-
people say spacecraft, just a craft.
Would you prefer I say vehicle? Vehicle?
No one talks like that. That's the way people talk. You say, "Oh, what's that up there? A craft?
Joe's in a rare mood tonight.
Rare."
He's ready. Rare.
We poked the bear a few too many times. A strange vehicle is seen moving at the speed of light
Vehicle?
and digs its way into the center of Central City Park.
Where's that?
Central City? Central City is like St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, the Flash is from St. Louis.
Jeremy's crying.
Flash from St. Louis.
So around this time in the park, there's been a series of
Murders.
gorilla attacks.
Oh,
A series of gorilla attacks?
Yes,
More than one?
more than one.
How many?
How do we know it's a gorilla attack?
At least 2.
Do they see the gorilla, or we're just
I don't know
assuming?
if that's a series.
So Barry Allen's friend, Fred Pearson, and star of the show, The Great Gorilla,
Ooh, we know him.
he fears that he may be the strange creature that's been attacking people in the city at night.
What?
He fears it.
Why?
What is he? Is he like afraid that he's a were-gorilla?
I don't know what his reasoning is. I guess he's just like, I play in a TV show about gorillas, so you
Therefore,
know, logically,
I am gorilla.
by the transitive property,
I've become gorilla.
yeah.
Yay.
So Barry leaves the police station to go find Fred. All right,
Fred.
he's running through the park.
He's
When all of a
running.
sudden he's like, he sees something moving as fast as him, and he's
Ooh.
like, "That's not right. I'm the fastest. Me, Barry Allen, fastest."
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to chase it, but suddenly it immediately reverses. It changes course and goes the other direction. Barry can't do that. Barry's got to turn around.
Oh,
So in the amount of time it takes for him to turn around,
he's too slow.
he's too slow.
You tell me that Barry can't just run backwards?
No.
We have to like put
Yeah,
do the
no,
heels into the dirt.
Yeah, he's got to stop first. He's
can't,
got to
like, stop
start
on a
again.
An object in motion stays in motion.
Yeah, he is staying in motion, just going the opposite way.
Does Barry suffer from
I'm a scientist, you say.
friction like Dash does in the Incredibles video game?
He wears a frictionless suit,
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Is that true?
much like Dash
Yes,
does in
no,
the
he
Incredibles
does.
movie.
That he keeps in his ring.
Wow.
So.
His ring.
Yeah, he
He
opens
has-
the
he
ring
has-
and the entire suit pops out, and then he
Yeah.
runs into the suit, thus putting it on.
And then he spins around and he puts it on.
All right, that's fine, I guess.
Joe-
All right, that checks out.
Joe's unimpressed.
So Barry's like, boy, that was weird. Better not investigate that. Gotta go meet Fred. So he goes to Fred and meets Fred.
What's extra funny about that is like Barry is a cop or cop adjacent.
Yeah.
He's a CSI.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so for him to be like, "Huh, that's fucking weird." Well, it's very cop of him to
Very
do
yeah.
that.
That's,
Not my problem.
That's cop behavior.
Yeah. I'm not on the clock. Why should I go investigate that?
Where does it say on my badge to protect and serve?
Show me. You can't.
So at dinner, Fred's like,
At dinner.
he's like, Barry, I'm freaking out. I was knocked out before my last performance.
Fuck.
And when he woke up, someone else gave the performance, and everyone thinks it was me. And all he could remember is hearing voices in his head, just telling him that you need to hide. You gotta hide, Fred.
That's called
This
schizophrenia.
yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like not the Flash's problem.
That's a problem for like Abilify.
Jesus.
Talk to your doctor about that.
Jesus
About
Christ.
taking a Billify.
All right, we're too far again.
Well, there you go. It turns out he's
That's it?
schizophrenic, and none of this is happening. No.
Where are the gorillas?
So I'm getting there.
Okay.
At Central City Park, the craft.
Main question: where are the gorillas?
I was promised gorillas.
We want gorillas.
Banging on the table with my knife and fork.
I'm hungry. Bring me a gorilla. So at the park, the craft reappears, and Gorilla Grodd just comes out of it.
Oh fuck.
Gorilla who?
Gorilla
Grodd.
Grodd,
Gorilla Grodd.
the greatest mind on Earth.
Gorilla
Gorilla Grodd.
Grodd.
He's a gorilla.
Grodd. Grod.
D.
Double D.
Grodd.
Yes, Groddud.
Okay.
So
Who's that?
He's
Who's he?
he's an evil gorilla. I'm about to tell you who he is.
Who is he?
So he reveals he's come from a secret city in Africa. And he's come seeking the world's greatest mind so they may learn the secret of mind control. And he wants to use it to take over the armies of Gorilla City in order to take over the world.
This is like Simeon from Dexter's Lab.
Yes, it is exactly like Simeon from Dial M from Monkey.
Where do you think they got the idea for this?
Ultra humanite.
I love that I love that the gorillas live in a city called Gorilla City because I'm not aware of any city for us that's called like Human City.
Yeah, People City.
Dog
People
City.
Yeah, dogs. Like, why is every animal city in these things? It's like, welcome to the great dog city. Welcome to Monkey City. Welcome to Tuna Fish City. Why are they all like that?
I like how there's just like a hidden city like Wakanda in the middle of Africa, but it's like gorillas. Like it's hyper intelligent gorillas with mind control powers.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's writing for DC at this time period. That's the Silver
Love
Age for you.
gorillas.
Listen, we got Grodd out of it, and
The kids
I
love
like
the
Grodd.
gorillas.
There are a lot of gorilla characters in
Yeah.
DC Comics. They love gorillas.
let's list them.
I'm positive we've already listed all the gorillas before.
There's Gorilla Grodd.
Ultra Humanite.
There's Monsieur Mala.
Titano.
There's Bruna, the gorilla that marries Jimmy Olsen.
It's scraping the bottom now. Anyways,
There's a lot of gorillas.
Grodd's like, that's my plan. That's what I want to do. That's my hobby. I find minds to mind control.
There you go.
So Grodd finds Salivar,
who's that?
a member of his own race who has let himself be captured by humans to be put in a zoo, so that Grodd could not find and capture him.
What the fuck?
Here,
That's fine. That's fine, Jeremy.
he's pretending to be a regular ape in the zoo to keep Gorilla City a secret from the world of humans. So Grodd finds him and steals the ability Force of Mind and returns to Gorilla City to start his world domination plans.
He steals an ability called something. Are we in a JRPG now?
Yes.
All right.
It's just it's like he learned the Kamehameha. It's just the technique he learned.
Okay.
Yeah, he found a CD-ROM and he was able to download the taught move.
Yeah, it's
Force
the
of Mind.
Oh.
Gorilla Grodd's an HM slave. He knows surf. He knows cut. He knows fly.
And he knows Force of Mind.
Exactly.
Wow.
Not Swift though.
You need Force of Mind to get to Pewter City.
Dang.
Gorilla Grodd is a psychic normal type.
Yeah, you got to use him to defeat Sabrina.
The Teenage Witch?
Yes.
Anyways, Salivar frees himself and he's like,
Salivar.
I better go find the Flash. All right. And he goes.
I just love the idea of this gorilla in the zoo. He's like, oh, fuck. I gotta go find the Flash right now.
That's the only solution to my dilemma right now.
All I can think about is
Stupid.
that meme of like the best gorilla joke from 1892 or whatever, and it's like, have you heard the story of the gorilla that broke out of the zoo? No, I haven't. That's because I'm a very quiet gorilla. And then it says at the bottom, muffled sounds of gorilla violence.
Holy shit.
Got him.
I've seen that. So Salivar frees himself and he goes looking for the Flash. I guess he's just like going up to people and be like, "Hey, excuse me, have you seen the Flash? You know,
Fastest man alive.
Fast Man Alive.
You've heard of him.
Yeah, you know who he is. Don't you? You could look at me. I'm
Don't
a
you
gorilla.
walk away from me.
Now you reminded me of the thing from It's Always Sunny when like someone turns away from Dennis. He just, look at me when you're talking to me.
Yikes.
I want class Glenn Howerton as Salivar the gorilla.
Yeah, please.
So he finds Flash, and he's like, "Flash, I'll give you $1 gorillion to help me
No, he
save my
doesn't.
city."
Stop making shit up.
So they both.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I didn't think that would get him.
The story is fucking ridiculous.
Does he hit the microphone with his head?
Jake, you fucking made this all up.
$1 gorillion.
You go, it's fun. Jesus Christ.
Jesus
So they
Christ.
they both go to Gorilla City just when the army's taking over. Flash fights Grodd,
Great.
and he spins him around so fast that Grodd can't think fast
Right.
enough to use mind control on him.
Uh-huh.
Knocks
Why
him
does that
out.
sound familiar?
Because it's a classic trope. That's
This
how.
happened in real life, Joe. You might have heard it on the
No.
news.
That's how. That,
I'll watch
It's
it.
like you-
Joe doesn't watch the news.
Yeah.
that's
I'll
how.
watch.
That's how Perseus defeated the Gorgons.
Joe doesn't know what a Gorgon is.
I know what Gorgon is.
So
What is it then? And don't say type of blue cheese.
stupid. Anyways, Grodd gets knocked out, and so he forgets force of mind. It gets knocked out of his memories.
Oh, easy come, easy go.
Flash turns in Grodd to solve our for punishment, and he's like, "I won't tell them about Gorilla City. All right, just."
All right.
All right. He's like, because no one will believe me. They'll think I'm insane and they'll lock me up. He returns to Central City, tells Fred not to worry about the strange gorilla sightings anymore, and then he goes on a date with Iris to the zoo.
Wow, nice.
Seems in bad taste.
Great
Yeah,
ending.
really.
You think he's walking around going, like he's going up to other apes or animals, being like, "I know you could fucking talk. Don't you think I'm an idiot?"
Barry now believes that all animals are hyper intelligent, which is why he's never had a pet.
There's a good chance they are, honestly.
Barry.
But that's the end of the story. They go to the zoo. It's a nice, cute little bookend.
Nice.
So
I like
There
that
you go.
Barry's like I can't tell anyone about Gorilla. If I tell anyone about Gorilla City, they'll think I'm crazy. You're the fucking Flash. You can run at like you can run so fast you explode, Barry. Like relax.
Yeah, but he was struck by lightning. That checks.
Where did Barry even learn to fight? Because as far as I can tell, he was just like a science nerd.
He doesn't know how to fight
Right,
so
they
much as he can throw a punch really fast, so it doesn't matter.
how are you gonna hit a man that can think faster than you could react?
Yeah.
This actually comes up in a much later story when Batman gains the powers of the Flash and they fight, and Flash is like, "You've only had these powers for like a day. Why are you already kicking my ass?" Because I know how to fight, Barry.
Yeah.
I'm not a pushover.
You fucking nerd.
He sounds like he doesn't practice.
He skips leg day a lot.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well, because he runs.
Yeah.
Every day is a leg day when you're the Flash.
All right. What are your questions?
I just asked him.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
your only question.
I have a
Yeah.
general question.
All right, go for it.
Is Gorilla City still secret to the general public?
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
Because I don't know. Like, I know every
I don't-
superhero knows about it because they're constantly a threat. But does like the world at large know that a city of hyper intelligent apes is just hanging out?
Yeah. Does Gorilla City have like a seat at the UN?
Yeah, like what's going on there?
That's amazing. I wish. I guess it depends on what canons. I've seen it like in a lot of the shows they get revealed, and there's a whole episode in the Justice League cartoon where they pretty much do this whole story, and then Grodd, his plan is he launches nukes at Gorilla City
Yeah.
so that they'll be like, all right, it's time to go to war with America. And which is basically Orm's plan for melting the ice caps. So Atlantis. Well, every villain's plan is I'm going to trick these two countries into going to war.
All of Orm's plans are just other people's plans because Orm's never had a creative thought in his brain.
Be nice to Orm.
I will
No.
never be nice to Orm.
Why?
Who the hell that is?
It doesn't matter,
Aquaman's
Joe.
Brother.
but
His brother.
but yeah, no, I don't know if Gorilla City is in the current canon known about. That's a good question, actually. I'll have to look that up.
If you know, comment below.
I'll just have Kat put yes or no on the
And
screen.
if you don't know, comment below.
And either way, make sure to comment below and call us assholes and idiots and whatever other mean names you could think of. Jesse, you're up.
Okay.
Yeah, Jesse, finally.
Finally, he says, at long last.
What are we?
Yeah, what am I fucking nothing to you?
Yeah.
Final round. Fight.
Joe, get ready for Flash. Year from 2008.
Ooh.
Good year. Good year.
This is
Graduated middle school.
That's right.
This is the same year Atlantis was
I
in
ate
the
a
Great
lot of
Lakes.
Burger
It's
King.
true.
Yep.
Joe doesn't remember that.
Joe doesn't know what I'm talking about.
What'd you say?
When Atlantis was in the Great Lakes, this is around the same time.
With the
Yeah.
giant crabs.
You know, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He loved that story too. Deleted it from his brain.
He's got to make room for new thoughts.
Oh yeah, the one with the Great Lakes, and I thought it was the Finger Lakes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
All right, Joe. This is by, you don't care, but this is by Jeff Lemire.
All right.
This is a graphic novel that kind of like is a new take on the origin of Barry Allen, the Flash.
Sweet.
Like to try and get like new people into the Flash. Like here's a semi-updated, little more realistic origin because we really love what Chris Nolan's doing with Batman at this time. So we really want that
Did it work? Not really. No.
Okay, so this takes place, the story takes place in the first month of Barry being the Flash. All right? Currently, Central City, which is just St. Louis, is being plagued by a psycho kid bomber man called the Trickster.
Psycho Kid Bomb.
Yeah.
AKA Mark Hamill.
No, the kid version.
Oh.
Oh, the like
Axel.
the really shitty person.
Yeah, Axel. I forget his last name.
Axel.
The old trickster is like just like a weird, crazy guy who, when he takes his medication, is nice. But Axel is like a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
it's just a dick. All right.
Great. Back on track.
So, Barry Allen, who, if you recall, is a CSI with the police, wants to stop him. We begin with Barry recapping his origin and explaining how he can run fast, Sonic X.
Gotta go fast.
Once that's done, with that stupid recap, we go to breaking news. The Trickster is on TV, doing a Heath Ledger Joker. He has a bus driver and a bus held hostage.
Oh, he's doing Speed with Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Oh,
Amazing.
God.
Trickster tells him, the bus driver, that he has to drive right through a crosswalk. Without stopping for the kids.
Oh, God!
The Flash, able to recognize a storefront that went by in the video, springs into action. He's not in his Flash suit yet, just a red tracksuit. Maybe a gold medallion too.
Did Sam
Unclear.
Raimi direct this? This is like...
A
So
red
red tracksuit, goggles, one of those like neck lower face gaiters, and a beanie.
I hate this. This is awful.
He looks like steampunk.
He looks like the steampunk. He looks-
Jesse's loving this already. He's like, oh boy, the steampunk, the Flash.
Yeah, I
This
love
sa-
steamed punk Flash.
This sounds like a guy who did like a cheap steampunk cosplay. Like
I'm the
Yes.
Flash.
Look at me.
So Barry runs to try and catch up with the bus, causing a sonic boom that bursts all of the glass in all of the buildings around the street.
You catching that?
Yeah, I got it.
He got it. He knows what's
Joe,
happening.
close his eyes so he can hear better.
True. I got it.
So all the glass from those buildings falls onto pedestrians, cutting them up,
Sick.
popping tires,
Jesus
Amazing.
Christ.
including the tires on the bus.
Oh, so it works out.
Yeah, so the bus skids out of control and crashes into a street lamp. No one was hurt.
Yay.
No one.
Barry really starts berating himself for his stupidity, like hardcore.
I mean, I would too. That was a stupid move.
So he checks the bus and finds it empty because it was all a trick.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's like
fuck.
that. It's like that guy, the Joker.
It's discovered that the trickster just put a brick on the gas pedal.
What a jape. What a goof. What a gaff.
Barry, even more mad, goes home, doesn't investigate further.
What a cop. What a cop.
So-
He zooms by a Dunkin' on the way home, cleans them out.
Later on the evening news, the news is like just berating the Flash for just the shittiest job. What a terrible superhero he is.
It's like the intro to the Sonic 2 movie. This is where he just destroys everything and goes home.
So the Flash is like, all right, I gotta be better. I gotta be a better hero. I can't fuck things up again. So he goes out into the middle of a field. It's like, I'm gonna train. I'm gonna figure out how to do my speed. I'm gonna figure out how to do it all. So he runs around in a field, and then he sets fire to his shoes, which causes a brush fire, which sets the nearby forest on fire.
Okay.
It's off to a good start.
Forest fires are not funny, but this is.
So Barry tries to use some arm circles really fast to do a whirlwind
I love his arm circles.
to blow the fire out, but instead it just makes the fire spread faster into the forest by blowing the fire everywhere.
What a dumbass.
So then he's like, all right, I'll suck all the oxygen out by running around it.
Barry's like, what if I make a backdraft but outdoors?
So then he does the big running around in a circle to make a tornado to suck all the air out, but instead makes a tornado, which sucks up all the fire, turning it into a fire tornado. What are your thoughts on this, Joe?
I think Barry needs help.
Okay.
He's losing it. He's
Professional help? or-
Yeah.
So Barry, not knowing how to stop a fire tornado, runs away.
Exactly.
Not my
He
problem.
needs help. Big time.
The next day, gonna gloss over the whole fire tornado
He calls
bullshit.
up help.
honestly,
doesn't he?
after hearing all this, Batman is right to have a contingency plan about the Flash. This man is a menace.
So the Flash has now acquired his frictionless suit because he's like,
From where?
he makes it himself. He's a scientist.
I'm a bit of a
From
scientist.
what?
Yeah, from what?
Unclear. Much like hard water, the science is unclear. But he does make it because, like, all that fire nonsense was because of my shoes. If I don't have burning shoes, no fire.
Wow.
He's using his old noodle.
All right, so then Trickster is again on the news doing another Heath Ledger. He's threatening to trick everyone by sending out an EMP from the radio tower, shutting off everything and frying all CPU memory. Really 2008 problems going on over here.
What a trick.
Yeah, what a trick.
No treats,
What a-
only tricks.
What a goof. What a gaff.
What a jape.
Flash runs into action again. He tries to run up the building, fails. Runs up the stairs, beats up the Trickster, saves the day. Everyone loves him.
I'm just imagining him just over the Trickster, like. just.
And then the final few panels is of Barry reflecting on all the nonsense he did and how he learned and became a better hero from it.
That was the best day ever.
The end.
Well, I guess the Flash was the friends we made along the way.
What a great hero the Flash is.
What indeed.
What do you think, Joe?
I thought it was stupid.
Well, he'd make a good hero sandwich. Womp womp.
All right.
It's decision time.
Yes, it is.
Unless you have
Wait,
any
he doesn't have any
questions.
questions?
He doesn't have any
I
questions.
don't have any questions for Jesse.
He doesn't have any questions. He never has any questions.
Let's get
for me.
this over with.
No questions, Your
He's
Honor.
still mad about the gorilla story.
Yeah, the gorilla story. I'd see. Jake is wearing a gorilla suit.
Therefore,
So,
Joe gassed himself on this one. He emptied his tank.
there's some internal bias on his part.
What?
he does love gorillas.
He owned that suit prior to writing this.
That's true. He's owned this suit longer than I've known him.
Yeah, this is true, actually.
Wow. Why?
Why?
What do we
Why? Why we have to ask?
Why do we have to ask?
Why we must ask why Jake has this gorilla suit so long is what Joe is saying.
For various gorilla bits.
For gorilla activities.
Yes.
But
That-
Patrick, if you're in this gorilla suit, who's in that gorilla suit?
Well,
A real gorilla.
okay. Jeremy's with Joan.
Yep.
Joan was a central character in Jeremy's story.
Yeah, she almost gets
Yeah.
shot multiple times.
Somehow.
Really. Okay, that one's fine. That sounds like the first Flash comic. He starts laughing, and now I doubt myself.
I just think it's funny every time you're like, yeah, that sounds like the first Flash. I know the first Flash very well.
No,
I
it's,
think Joe has
no,
a
it
handle on
sounds,
what nonsense
No, I
Golden
know.
Age stories
no,
were.
it sounds like it could be the first Flash story.
I just think it's funny. It makes me laugh.
It's dumb enough.
Sinking into the couch.
Cry about
I'm
it.
just trying to sit up. Jake's okay with the freaking gorillas. All right. I'm going to say the liar is Jesse.
You did it, Joe.
I did it.
You didn't like Dark Knight, but also The Flash?
No, I didn't like it.
I think it's the first time you didn't like one of my
You're right.
stories.
It's the first time. That's right. He asked me what I thought of it, and I said it was stupid.
Yeah,
Guess who's sitting here?
right. I was here and you were
there.
here.
Was
and
I there?
You were here. No,
I don't know. But
no, you
I
weren't.
don't
So
know.
that story was written by me, but also partly by my father, because my
Really?
father hates The Flash
Wow.
and like constantly criticizes how his powers would actually work in reality.
yeah.
And so like it was just like a back and forth that we would do of like,
wow.
well, what if he actually did run down a city block
Yeah.
at these super speeds? Like
Yeah.
he would just destroy every window,
Yeah.
cause more damage than actually saving anyone.
Right. He's a fool.
So I wrote a whole story about that.
Nice. Nice.
What if the Flash was just a goof?
Barry. Now the Flash that I know is that what's
Wally.
Wally.
The one from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Wally, the best one, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Yes.
Jeremy, you'll be happy to know Gorilla City is known about by the rest of the world,
Really?
and Solivar personally requested to have a chair in the United Nations.
Yes.
Wow.
Let's fucking go.
Wow.
We need more just like random shots of the UN in DC where there's just a gorilla.
Gorilla City, yeah.
And then when he was on tour there, a mysterious group called the Human Supremacy Movement tried to bomb his car.
Wow.
Amazing.
There's a lot of untapped potential here.
We're going to have to visit Gorilla City again because holy shit, some of the stuff I'm reading here is...
I'd read a whole Gorilla City book.
I would too.
Do they have that?
I'm the guy who would read a Commandi book, so...
Yeah.
Good hustle, team.
All right, we did it.
Congratulations,
You were asleep for most of
everybody.
that one, too.
Congratulations.
Hey everybody, it's me, the loud one, Jeremy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media accounts that you can find linked here. And also be sure to follow our editor, Kat, the only competent person in the entire team. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.